Hey there, this is Alma and welcome to Alma Talks. Have you ever been at a situation where you had to speak in front of people without really having any preparation? So you just called out to speak and you don't have any time to think about the topic and to process what you're going to say. Well, it turns out that almost each one of us has been there, and in this video I'll be sharing with you how you can cope out of such situations and make the best out of it. Because in the past few years I have done several extempore speeches and it wasn't always this easy, and I'll be sharing with you how I improved myself throughout the journey and what you can learn from it as well. So let's get started. So you're called out to speak and your mind goes blank, but not when you use the PREP framework. PREP stands for point, reason, example, and point again. Here's how it works. First of all, you state out your point. Then you give a reason for why you believe in that idea. And then you give an example and you conclude by reinforcing that point. Let's take the example of reading. So you want to say about your topic, which is reading, and explain about reading. This is the point, and the reason would be reading is good because it helps us gain more knowledge. And an example could be, I first read Atomic Habits and it explained to me the power of small actions and how it can have a great impact on your life. And to conclude, reinforce your point again, like reading is good because it helps you expand your vocabulary, to gain new perspectives and learn more things about the world. Before we move ahead, let me make this clear. Speaking on the spot without preparation is not a talent. People are not born with it. It's a learnable skill like every other skill, and you can learn it too. So remember the drill. First, don't rush to speak. Pause, breathe, take the time to process, because when you own a pause, it doesn't become awkward. It's rather a sign of confidence. And after that, follow the PREP framework and you're good to go. Now let me share some tips that help me get better at extempore speeches, and maybe it could help you too. If you don't know the topic, you won't be able to speak about it. So read more books, gain more knowledge, be more educated, know about the topic, and know about the common topics, like having general knowledge about things going in the world, about basic concepts and notions, so you can speak on things without being confused about what even the topic is about. Secondly, remember to breathe. Don't just rush into the speech. When you breathe, it calms your nerves, it helps you lower your anxiety when you step onto the stage or when you just start speaking, when you're anxious about what exactly you're going to speak. Breathing helps you stay calm under pressure. Number 3, don't start by apologizing. Apologizing is the worst way you can start your speech. People often say like, I'm sorry, I'm late, or I'm sorry, I'm just too nervous right now. Don't do that, because when you do that, it lowers down your value in front of your audience. So don't start by pointing out your mistake, because it shifts the focus to your mistake rather than the things that you're good at or the rest of your speech. Number 4, learn some basic phrases. I'm going to talk about this later in this video, so watch till the end. Number 5, don't try to speak about everything. For example, if your topic is technology, you can talk about how technology makes learning easier instead of talking about technology in education sector, in healthcare sector, its pros and cons, and trying to cover up everything. Instead of doing that, take one single topic and expand on it. Number 6 is, when you are in a tough position, like when your mind goes blank in the middle of the speech or you don't know what to say anymore, use phrases like, I will need a moment to think about that, but my initial take is that. So these phrases gives you more time to think about your topic, but you're not just staying silent there or using filler words, but you're saying something, but it also gives you time to process. Number 7, use stories and anecdotes. It's amazing, and I use this a lot because you don't need facts and data to back your reason and to back your logic. You just need a solid story. Share your personal experiences. It could be even a short or just a simple story, something covering your everyday life, but when you share a story, it makes your experience more personal and more relatable, and it improves your trust between you and your audience, and it also makes it more interesting. So use it. Number 8 is to make it a habit. I can't emphasize on this enough because small changes lead to bigger differences. So if you make a habit of speaking on one single topic, one single impromptu topic every single day, I can guarantee you that you'll see the improvements in yourself. So you can do this by going on this website called pickerwheel.com and inserting the random topics, and when the wheel spins, it gives you a random topic. You can also have slips, and you can put it in a jar, slips containing topic, and every day you can pick out one slip out of the jar and you can use it. Number 9 is to slow down, because the moment you are panicking, you are nervous that you have to speak something, and when that happens, we often are filled with anxiety and we rush and we speak really fast on 2x speed. So we don't have to do that. Take your time, slow down, pause, breathe, speak slowly, because when you speak slowly, it gives you more time to think, and it also showcases that you are confident and excited. And one more thing, instead of saying I'm nervous, say the opposite of it. Say I'm excited. So it works like affirmations. It physically calms your body as well. Now let me share with you some phrases which you can use to buy yourself more time, or to process information, or even to connect two topics. That's an interesting topic. Let me think about the best way to frame it. Or give me a second to organize that in my head. Or if I had to put it that simply, or there are a couple of ways to look at this, or off the top of my head, or I would say this instinctively, or let's break that down for a moment. So these are some phrases which you can use to deviate the audience from the main topic, or connect two topics. Some phrases you can use to open your speech are phrases to change between topics are, some phrases to add new ideas are, phrases to contract or to contrast different ideas are, to summarize, you could say, and lastly, to sequence different ideas, you could use these phrases. Lastly, let's talk psychology. Here are some methods which you can use to change the audience perception about yourself. Number 1, rename anxiety as energy. Instead of saying I'm nervous, say the opposite of it. Say I'm excited. Number 2, think about your audience and not yourself. Instead of thinking, how do I look? How am I speaking? Is my pronunciation right? Is my language right? Am I speaking good enough? Instead of focusing on all of that, focus on the audience. Look at your audience, have a look at them, and focus on what you're going to say instead of yourself. Number 3, find a home posture, which basically means that find a posture that is something which you can use every single time, like this one or this one. And number 4, start with a deep exhale. Breathe. I've mentioned this before, and here it is again. Breathing helps lower your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and it calms your nerves. These were a few tips to help yourself speak on the spot, and if you found this video useful, try out the Extempore speech habit and use the tips, and I'm sure you'll be doing great out there. So that's all for this video. Thank you.